What if I told you that the taste of coffee, its aroma, and even the way it affects your body all depend on one tiny mistake? And this mistake doesn't happen in your home. This mistake can happen inside a factory. Coffee may look simple from the outside, but the process of making it is just as dangerous and sensitive. Here, a delay of just 1 second, 1 extra degree of temperature, or even a slight imbalance in a machine can completely change the coffee. And do you know what's the scariest part? Every stage of coffee processing is a turning point, from which there is no way back. Once a mistake is made, the coffee cannot be fixed. It can only be sold. And yes, the ending of this video is the most important part, because at the end, one truth will come out that will make you pause for a moment before drinking coffee. So don't skip this video, because if you leave at the beginning, you'll make the same mistake most people make every morning without knowing, without thinking. Now look closely, because this entire story begins in the world's largest coffee-producing countries, regions like Brazil, Vietnam, Colombia, and Ethiopia, where high mountains, the right temperature, and generations of farming traditions exist. Here, thousands of farmers spend the entire year waiting for just one thing, the perfect coffee cherry. On coffee plants, delicate white flowers bloom first. They look like jasmine and survive for only a few days. But these very flowers decide the taste, aroma, and strength of the coffee in the coming months. After the flowers fall, the real waiting begins. Over the next 6 to 9 months, these flowers transform into bright red coffee cherries. The red color isn't just beautiful, it's a sign that the coffee beans inside have fully developed. And this is where the harvesting process begins. In some mountainous regions, coffee is still harvested entirely by hand. Farmers inspect each cherry carefully and pick only those that are perfectly ripe. This method of thus is very slow. That's why on large farms, spanning thousands of acres, hand-picking becomes almost impossible. So here, special harvesting machines are used. These machines move over the trees and create thousands of gentle vibrations. The vibration is so precise that only ripe cherries fall down, while unripe cherries remain attached to the branches. Each tree takes only a few seconds, and within hours, dozens of bags of coffee are collected. Now pay close attention, because this is where the real process begins. After harvesting, the cherries cannot be stored for long. If processing doesn't start within just a few hours, the cherries begin to rot, and the entire batch can be ruined. That's why through trucks and conveyor systems, the cherries are immediately sent to the processing mill. As soon as the coffee cherries reach the mill, they are poured into large tanks filled with water. This is where coffee faces its first and toughest test. Here, no machine, no camera, and no human decides the quality. Only water and gravity do. The rule is simple, but the impact is brutal. Cherries that are heavy, fully ripe, and contain healthy beans inside sink straight to the bottom. But cherries that are unripe, insect-damaged, or hollow inside begin to float on the surface. These floating cherries are caught right here and permanently stopped from moving forward. Because if even a single bad cherry slips in with the good beans, it can ruin the flavor of the entire batch of coffee. Next comes the removal of the cherry's outer pulp. For this, massive machines with rotating metal drums are used. These drums spin at an extremely precise speed, so the soft outer layer of the cherry is gently stripped away while the precious beans hidden inside remain completely unharmed. If the pressure increases, even slightly, the beans can crack, and the entire batch is rejected. This is the moment when, for the first time, we see real coffee beans with our own eyes. But the story doesn't end here. Fermentation, where flavor is born after the pulp is removed, a sticky sweet layer still remains on the beans. Hidden inside this layer is the entire secret of coffee's flavor. To remove this layer, the beans are fermented for hours in special tanks filled with water. This is the step that turns normal coffee into premium coffee. But this process, as important as it is just as dangerous. Every single hour, the pH level is checked, the water temperature is measured, and even the smell of the beans is carefully examined. If the fermentation goes too far, the coffee turns bitter. If it's stopped too early, the flavor remains incomplete. Just a few hours of mistake can ruin tons of coffee. When fermentation reaches the exact right point, the beans are immediately washed multiple times with clean water. Washing continues until not a trace of stickiness remains on the surface of the beans. This step doesn't just clean, it stops fermentation right there, which means the flavor created is now locked in. Now these beans are completely clean, stable, and ready for the next stage. Now begins the oldest yet most essential step. The beans are spread in a thin layer out in the open fields. During the day, they are turned 3 to 4 times so that moisture escapes evenly. After about 1-2 weeks of sun drying, the moisture inside the coffee cherries gradually reduces to around 11%. This is the ideal level where the beans are neither too wet nor too dry, so the next process doesn't get ruined. Now these dried cherries are fed into a special hulling machine where their outer dry layer and thin membrane are completely removed. The beans that come out afterward are light green in color. These are green coffee beans, the true form that is bought and sold as raw coffee all over the world. Now these green coffee beans are packed into large jute bags and transported to the factory. Here, instead of humans, robotic systems and automatic conveyor belts lift these heavy bags, open them, and feed the beans into the processing line. At every step, strict quality checks are performed: moisture level, correct weight, uniform size, no broken or defective beans. Defective beans are immediately separated so that not a single mistake is left in the flavor. Now begins the most decisive and most sensitive stage of the entire coffee manufacturing process: roasting. Here, green, aromaless, raw beans are fed into large rotating industrial roasters at high but fully controlled temperatures. Inside these roasters, the temperature is increased gradually so the beans don't burn, but cook evenly from the inside. This is where, for the first time, coffee's real aroma fills the air. The color of the beans changes from light green to golden brown and then to dark brown. This is where it's decided whether the coffee will be a light roast with a smooth, gentle flavor or a dark roast, strong, bitter, and full of energy. During roasting, even a 1-second mistake can ruin the entire batch. That's why the whole process is monitored using computer sensors, thermal probes, and time control systems. As soon as roasting is complete, the beans are immediately removed from the roaster and transferred to high-speed cooling trays. Here, powerful airflow cools the beans, so the roasting stops instantly. If cooling is delayed, the beans can continue to roast from their own heat, burn further, and the flavor can be ruined. Once cooled, the beans are sent to industrial grinding units. Here, high-precision grinders crush the beans into a perfectly uniform size. Grind size matters a lot. Even a slight difference, too coarse or too fine, can change the taste of the entire coffee. This is where it's decided whether the coffee will be mild or intensely strong. In the final stage, the prepared coffee granules move to a fully automatic packing line. Here, machines fill the exact amount into jars within milliseconds. After that, airtight sealing and nitrogen flushing are done, so air and moisture cannot enter, so that whenever you open the lid, the aroma of the coffee is exactly the same as it was inside the factory. From raw cherries to your cup, this journey proves that coffee is not just a drink, but a masterpiece of technology, timing, and human understanding.